Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian, and this is my life as an entrepreneur, Flipping Medical Commodities. If you're new to this channel and you're feeling this content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And let's get into today's topic. Today's topic is about how successful can you be in this business? How successful can you be flipping medical commodities? And what needs to take place? So, as you all know, I've been doing this for a little over 2 years. I want to say 2.5, but I'm not sure. I've been doing it full time for a year. So I have no job. I have no employer. I have no boss. I am the boss. And this is one of my main ways of making income. I make enough money to pay for my own living expenses. So I want to talk about what it takes to be successful and how successful you want to be. All of those things. It just depends. So I started out part-time. Obviously, most people start out part-time. I don't see how you can start doing this full-time unless you already have, have your finances in order. So I started part-time. I'll just tell you a little bit about my story. I started part-time. I came across this because I also do a little real estate, a little wholesaling. So I was putting out we buy houses signs as well. And then I seen this sign said we buy diabetic test strips. And I was confused. I was like, who buys test strips? And like, who do you sell them to? And why what is this? So I went home, did a little bit of research and some digging and researching. I'm a research type of guy, I can't just take your word for it. I'm gonna look up the information, and I'm gonna get it myself as well. So found out more about it, seeing videos like this, and I said, well, let me give it a try. Let me give it a shot. Well, actually, somebody else mentioned it as well, and they was doing it in another state. And I said, oh, wow, okay, let me give it a shot. So I did that. And I started out part-time, started getting calls, started getting clients. And next thing you know, I had my first client. Then it went from my first to my second to my third. Now I got 10 clients. I'm seeing the money coming in slowly but surely. So I'm like, okay, this is all right. And it just went on from there. I got more and more clients. And I used to wonder how many clients would I need to have to really, start enjoying, the benefits, the financial benefits of this business. So I say it's hard to say, but I can say this: if you get at least close to or around 100 clients, you should be having enough. You should be making enough money to be able to provide for yourself. Now, if you got a family or whatnot, that's something else as well. I'll say if you have about 100 clients, you should be making enough money to replace your job. And I'll leave it at that. But it takes some things to be successful in this business, and some of it may be out of your control. And I'll get to that in a minute. But I want to start off like this. If you thinking about doing this business, here's some things you need to know. For what? How much money do you need to have to start? Other people out there may say you need whatever, $500, $300, and this, that, and the third. I say a minimum of $1,000. A minimum of $1,000. $300 could go to like your marketing, whether it's, I would say start out with the bandit signs. That's the best way to start. The bandit signs. Then like you would have have $500 set aside to buy the supplies. You would have had, so that's $300 for marketing, $500 to actually buy the test strips, And then the other $200 is like your miscellaneous stuff, like your hammer, your nails, your tape, for your marketing, nailing stuff to the wall, zip ties, things like that. Now, just because you have that $1,000 set to the side, you should, it doesn't mean you go spend it that day, or the next few days, because you got to build up your clientele first. So, but you want to have it available, because it's a sad, hurtful situation if a client calls you and tell you they have supplies that you could buy, and you don't have no money. You don't have no money to buy them, and you supposed to be a professional business and whatnot, and you don't have no money. It's happened to me several times, because this is a fast cash business. So I say to start, at least have $500, because you may get a client that has. I have clients where I've paid that much to them at one time, actually more. So for me, I need to have more than that. But starting out, I think that's a pretty comfortable amount. Now, also, what need to take place in order to be successful too is, I say you need to have a vehicle, because you got to get to your clients. Uh, if you don't have no vehicle, it's gonna be really hard for you to be successful in this business, especially if you're in a big city and you got to drive far, and the bus doesn't take you all the way there. You don't want to take no Uber, because that's cutting into your money, cutting into your profit. So you need a car. You need a car, vehicle, truck, or have, if you got it like that, have a chauffeur or something. Uh, Also, like I said, most people start out doing this part-time, so they have a job. Now, depending on where you work at, it's going to play an effect on how successful you can be as well. Because if you work a job in a plant or a factory, and you can't leave your job at all, and you work it 10 hours a day, sun up to sun down, how you going to have time to meet up with your clients? Now, you could tell them, hey, I'll wait till the weekend, or can we meet up on Saturday? They might not want to wait till Saturday. 9 times out of 10, they don't. So they go probably find somebody else to call, or look for somebody else. So you got to be able to, I'm not saying that if you do have a job like that where you can't leave, it's not to say that you can't be successful, but you're going to have a much more difficult time. If they can't, now I was blessed to have a job where I still was out in the streets. I still was, going here and there. So while I'm out in the streets, I'm also was meeting up with my clients as well. Then the pandemic hit, so we was working from home. So I was still able to, go and come as I choose without it being an issue. Now, also, so that's going to be a factor too. Okay. Also, you depends on how your personal life and your family life is set up. If you a single parent, or if if you have a husband or a spouse in the household, it still can be challenging, because if you're going to work, say you working, from 9 and you don't get home till 6. And then at 6, when the kids get home, you got to cook dinner or help them with their homework or do whatever you need to do. That's your normal routine. Well, that takes time away from you meeting up with your clients too. So that's going to play a factor on how successful you're going to be as well. It don't mean that you can't do it, but I feel you just going to have a more challenging time. So if you're a single parent, and if you got any little toddlers, newborns, well, you already know what it is. So, it's not an issue for me. I'm able, like I said, I'm able to meet up with my clients pretty quickly. So those are some of the things that you need to think about in regards to you being successful, or how successful you want to be in the business. Also, you may have to go to people's houses. Now, if you got to think about not going to their house, now don't go into a house you don't feel safe. That's why you need to thoroughly screen them. Hopefully they're a repeat client, and you've been dealing with them for a while, where it's not an issue you going in their house. But I've been in people's houses. I'm going to make it happen. I use my common sense. And so if you type person never want to go in a person's house, this person may be, one of my clients is in a wheelchair. So what I'm gonna do? Turn them down because I'm scared of what? So you may have to go to a person's house. You also can't be afraid to talk to people in person or over the phone. You're gonna have to talk to them. So those are some of the things of what it takes to be successful in this business. Now, how much success you want, how much money you want to make. Some people do it just enough for part-time. They might just want to make some money part-time, money on the side for a vacation, for a new car, or whatever they doing. Some people like me taking it all the way up as high as I can take it, and doing it full time. So it depends on you. You could get 30 clients and be like, I'm cool with just 30 clients. This is working for me. Then so be it. But those are some of the things that it's gonna take. It starts with that first client though. Get your first client, and then it'll go from there. Like anything else. All right, so I'm gonna end it right here. And once again, if you feel what I'm saying, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'm out.